Place filled up. My name is Winston Rose, for those who don't know me, and I have known Bill for about 30 years. And I want to try to fit into a little pocket here some thoughts. One thought is that, well, two honors. It's an honor to have known Bill and to have served with him, to have served the working class with him in so many different ways. It was an honor that we both walked that path of being student organizers on college campuses. He was here at Northwestern, I was at University of Illinois. It's an honor that we both, joined the National Guard and try to organize soldiers in the same company. As a matter of fact, we were in different parts of that same company that Darryl spoke about, but it was an honor to watch how he approached that. It was an honor to also work with him as a high school teacher and see how he approached that and the dedication and the commitment. And I also became a high school teacher here in Evanston, and just watching Bill approach that was an honor to watch that. And it was an honor also to be a father at the same time. It is an honor. It's not that it was, it is an honor. And I know his three boys. His youngest is a year older than my youngest child, and they both at the same school. And Bill always approached that whole concept the way that people talked about today. I'm reminded of a story where there's these two guys. They're at the bottom of a pit, and they're surrounded on top by these guys with guns aiming down at them. And one guy at the bottom of the pit leans over to the other guy and says, "Okay, here's the plan." And that reminds me of Bill, only because no matter what the task was, he came up with a plan. How are we going to approach this? How are we going to get it done? How are we going to solve the problem? So that's an honor. The other honor is to have laughed with Bill, because as you heard today, Bill had a great sense of humor, and he loved to laugh. And I'm just going to tell a couple of stories, and I hope some technology works for us. But I remember back in 1980 when I was fresh off the plane from England, and Bill was one of the first people I met around the Progressive Labor Party, and we were in New York, and it was a convention, and there was some downtime. And he and I, for some reason, ended up walking around Greenwich Village, starting what we called then the Green Movement, because there were these glowing green things that people were putting around their necks, and Bill and I made a mission that we were going to collect as many of those as we could and get as many people wearing them as we could, just for something crazy to do. But just watching him just do that and just have fun doing that. But there's another piece, his consistent sense of humor. I don't know, do we have the, yes we do, okay. Some of you know Bill liked to impersonate James Cagney or some gangster person like that, and maybe you've called his phone and heard that on there. And we thought that we could play that today and just kind of reminisce about Bill doing that.
All right, so here's the deal, see? You're going to start talking, see? And nobody from junk like Buchanan can't get the phone, because I already know that.
That's Bill. One of the things that also happened when I first came here was that I was this rusty-kneed young teenager, about 19 years old, from having grown up in England and come here. And I did do a lot of hanging out with Bill and Bob. I don't know if they shared that apartment or if it was Bob and someone else, but there was an apartment they had over in what's now Lincoln Park. And we spend a lot of time listening to these Woody Allen albums. Woody Allen has this thing called the Nightclub Years, and there was some great stuff on there that we just listened to and laughed about. And it became like a theme that every time Bill and I, we would, our lives would go like this because we'd be separate for a while and then come back together for a while, different things would happen. And whenever we would come back together, it wasn't long before we started talking about this Woody Allen Nightclub Years. And one of my favorites was the whole thing where Woody Allen talked about how he got kidnapped. But Bill always loved this one about that Woody Allen claimed that he shot a moose in upstate New York. And just in closing, I would love for us, if we could, to play that. And you know, just remember the laughter that Bill had, and just that he gave that to us and we shared it with him.